Let's talk about the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, shall we? And please, ignore the red spot on my face. I'm 30 years old, yet I still get breakouts like this. Sometimes you just can't explain life. Hello guys, how are you? David the Franco here from davidthefranco.com. A while back, I uploaded a video called 7 Things I Like About the iPad Mini 4. Recently, I got this little beauty, my iPad Mini 4 in gold, 64GB Wi-Fi, and I am absolutely loving it. Now that video, if you're interested, can be seen right below. And actually, it caught on rather quickly, which makes me happy. And that inspired me to do the same exact thing, but for the iPad Pro 9.7-inch. So here we go. Let's talk about the 9.7-inch iPad Pro and 7 things that I personally enjoy about it. Number 1, the 9.7-inch iPad Pro is just very, very portable. It's extremely light, hella thin. I'm so white. Really though, guys, it just feels perfect. This, in my opinion, is the ideal size for an everyday tablet. Okay, so I do have my 12-inch iPad Pro, which is right back there, and it's perfect for desk usage. But when using it on the go, it can feel like a freaking behemoth. Whereas this, it doesn't. It feels like an iPad Air, or simply a bigger version of my previous iPad Mini. And that, my friends, is a good thing. Number 2, the speakers can go insanely loud. Just listen for yourself. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how the speakers on the 9.7-inch iPad Pro compare to these speakers on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, but I will say this, they're loud. They are extremely loud, and I often find myself turning the volume down. Number 3, the cameras on the 9.7-inch iPad Pro are actually iPhone-like quality. Not only do you have a FaceTime HD camera, which I believe is only 720p, but still, hey, that's enough for me. But on the rear side, you have an iSight camera that is capable of recording 4K video. Now, for content creators like myself, you know this is a dream come true, because picture yourself recording video with a big viewfinder such as this display, and boom, you are in heaven. And no matter what anybody tells you, it is perfectly fine to take pictures and shoot videos with a tablet, but only if you're not obstructing the view of others. So keep that in mind. Common sense, it goes a long way. But still, guys, the cameras on the 9.7-inch iPad Pro are insane, especially for a tablet. I mean, this is essentially an iPhone success, but in tablet form. And with that said, I will be recording a 4K montage eventually, so stay tuned. Number 4, the True Tone display works as advertised. Now, I'm not gonna go into too much detail with the True Tone display because I've talked about this plenty in my weekend vlog, and I'm sure many other tech reviewers have talked about this already. But I will say this, it basically adapts your display to ambient light around you. Not only the light itself, but the temperature of the light. So the iPad Pro's display can shift from cooler colors to warmer colors. And I gotta say, it's really neat. So it's as if you're looking at a piece of paper, because as you may know, paper, white paper that is, naturally absorbs light. And that's exactly what the 9.7-inch iPad Pro's display does. And speaking of display, number 5, the 9.7-inch iPad Pro has a large enough display to multitask on. Okay, so it's not as convenient as working on a 12.9-inch iPad Pro, but it's certainly capable and a lot better than the iPad Mini 4. And speaking of that, I still have to say the iPad Mini 4 is quite the capable device at multitasking, given its small display, but obviously it's going to be much more usable on the brand new iPad Pro. And plus, that's thanks to the A9X processor and 2 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, so obviously the 2 gigabytes of RAM doesn't even compare to the 4 gigabytes of RAM in the current 12.9-inch iPad Pro. But still, 2 gigabytes, hey, it's not bad. Number 6, the Smart Connector. Now, while I don't have any devices specifically built for the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, I will say I'm excited about the future of the Smart Connector because, well, who knows what's gonna come out, whether they're from Apple themselves or third-party manufacturers. Oh, and by the way, I just have to say this because I actually find it quite comical. I did indeed try the 9.7-inch iPad Pro on the 12.9-inch Smart Keyboard from Apple, and it worked. Let's see. This is gonna be very awkward. Holy crap. It looks ridiculous, but wow. That actually worked. Yeah, look at that. Damn. The more you know. God, that looks awful. And finally, number 7, I've got 2 words for you guys. Apple Pencil. Okay, so Apple did exactly what I wanted. A smaller, more portable version of the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, but with Apple Pencil support, and it works beautifully. Okay, so granted, I haven't really done much with it, but I have to assume it works exactly like it does on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I've just been busy with other things, but hey, support is there, and this means that you can be creative on the go without being attacked by the 12.9-inch behemoth that is the iPad Pro. Now, of course, that model does give you more screen real estate and more options, but with the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, it's definitely more portable and more realistic. And guys, you know what? At the end of the day, it's really nice for creatives like you and myself to have the option of going either route, 9.7 inches or 12.9 inches. No matter which one you choose, you will be getting a pleasant and creative experience. So guys, there you have it. Those are 7 things that I personally like about the 9.7-inch iPad Pro. What are you liking about it? Or what are you disliking? Or do you just not care? And finally, don't forget you can find this very iPad Pro on davidstings.com. Check it out, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.